Hello, welcome to Throwing Drinks with Jen and Maggie. I'm Jen. That's Maggie over there in your other ear.
Hello.
I imagine that it's one of us sits in a left ear and one of us sits in a right ear. It's not how it's mixed. I just mean if you're trying to imagine us,
But
that's what I imagine.
like an old Beatles album.
Yeah.
You'd definitely be in the left ear.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I just feel like it's like a softer, more socially conscious ear.
I went through a harrowing experience. Can I tell you about it?
What happened?
Okay. I'm not going to get too into the details of it, but have you ever had to give a stool sample?
No, but I feel like I've gotten to a stage of life that's incredible that I haven't had to do that yet.
Yeah, I had to, and yesterday, and I think like intellectually I understood prior to having to do it. I understood, what it is. I think we all understand what it is, right? A sample that you hand over to your doctor or whatever, pathology, and then they, figure it out.
They figure it out.
They figure it out. They get back to you.
Yeah.
The logistics of it was not something I had considered until I had to do it.
I'm fascinated because I think that's run through my head of how this actually works. Probably when I'm giving a urine sample, I'm going, oh man, so glad it's the liquid, not the choc chips. Yeah.
Urine sample, I think that's fine. I could do it in my sleep. Stool sample was not fine. It's also because you have to do it at home. Well, at least the doctor told me I had to do it at home. I was like, can I just do it here? And she's like, no, you got to do it at home. Do it in the morning and then take it straight to the lab. And it has to be like as fresh as possible. And I'm like, that's okay. So then I go home and I don't really sleep well because I know I have to do this the next day. And then
sorry, like, I shouldn't laugh.
No, it's
the thing is that I know you've got so much going on in your life, and then this is the thing that's keeping you awake, is shitting into a bucket, like
into a bucket, right? And so the other thing is like she gave me like the tubs, which are the same as the urine sample ones, right? Same size. And I'm like, I'm not like blowing my own horn here, but I'm like, okay, so that's like, I don't know how I'm going to aim. It's a small target. So then I'm Googling it and I'm like, okay, there must be directions on how to do this like easily and well.
Yeah.
And essentially it is shit in a bucket and then scoop it out. So then the other thing is you're not allowed to cross-contaminate with ones. It's twos only.
That's very hard for a woman.
Exactly. I'm like,
is that even doable?
I don't know. So I'm trying to like release valve 1 first and then have the bucket ready to go for valve 2. And then I'm trying not to get it all mixed up or whatever. And then I'm getting mad about how like fucked and sexist medicine is, because I'm like, you would never fucking, if you understood how fucking hard it was. Anyway, so then I like do it and then pop it in the jar, which is like, again, horrifying. Also, the doorbell's gone off, so the dog's just freaking out in the background and running in and out. I'm like, oh my God, stay out. Like, and then I've got to go to the lab. The lab is not near my house. So I'm like, I can't get an Uber. Seems too enclosed. And like, not that, like, it's all wrapped up. It's in the bag. Like, I'm not just like in a lunchbox or whatever. Like, it's in the, it's sealed. But I'm like, so I'm on the bus with like my sample in my tote bag. And like, everyone's on the way to work. And I feel like I've got like a bomb on the bus. Like, I'm just so aware that like, what if my tote bag slightly opens and people see that I've got like a big bag that says biohazard on it.
Yeah.
Big bag of shit. And then I get to the lab And they're like, "Hi, what are you here for? Are you here for a blood test?" And I'm like, "Oh no, I've just got to drop off a sample." And again, like the waiting room is full because it's the morning. And they're like, "Oh, what sample are you dropping off?" And I'm like, "A stool sample." And they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Stool sample?" And they're like, "Oh, okay. Did the doctor give you that? Like the jars?" I'm like, "Yeah." Because then I'm thinking like, fuck, like some people probably do just rock up with like a like a
Yeah,
old
exactly.
takeaway container or something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, a doctor gave me this. I didn't just.
I didn't have this just in
Anyway,
case.
yeah, I didn't like have it rocking around or whatever. Like I'm doing the research the night before. People are like, oh, if you don't have time in the morning, do it in the night and put it in the fridge.
Put
This
it
is
in the
so.
fridge. Oh no.
Put it in the fridge and like
I
I
don't
don't
like
know,
that.
just the idea of like cold
Shit in
poop.
the fridge. Yeah.
Oh.
It
Anyway, hand it over. I don't care what the results are at this point. The
nah.
whole experience has taken 10 years off my
Never
life.
again.
Like,
Never again.
yeah, yeah.
It reminds me of yeah, the Alan Partridge film Alpha Papa. Do you remember that?
Yep.
When Michael the security guy, they find him hiding in the cupboard, and he's done a shit in his lunchbox, and Alan Partridge is like, Michael's disgraced himself and done a shit in his lunchbox. And Michael goes, "Oh, it's Tupperware. It seals, so it keeps the freshness in." And then Alan goes, "No, Michael, it keeps the freshness out." So no, oh
Oh,
look, I think yeah, it's good to hear that we've all got to do one at one stage, don't we? For like colon screening, you have to do one. You can post
I
them in or
guess
something.
so.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're just going ahead of the curve. Like that's what it is.
But it's like I was getting so deep into it, and like it varies state to state too. So like in Queensland,
Hmm.
they give you like a little shovel
Oh,
to
amazing.
like, yeah, and like in South Australia as well, they have like a scoop.
So, but you just
In
have to
New
find
South
your own.
Wales, they just
You have to find your
they
own
just
scoop.
figure out. They're like, figure it out. Figure it out. You fucking dirty bastard. Anyway, it sucked. And then the rest of the day, I felt sick because I was like, it's too confronting. Too confronting. I don't want to know. I know we're all animals, but I don't want to know. Like
It's like when you sometimes you misjudge a wipe and you
yeah.
get a bit on your finger, and
Oof.
that's the worst feeling ever because you have to
It
navigate
sucks.
your way to the sink.
I kind of envy parents in the way because they get to a point where they're like, yeah, it's just everywhere. Because
Yeah,
they're with nappies, they're just like, yeah, it's fine.
that's very
I
true. I wonder if parents with this whole process wouldn't have been as traumatizing because they just had their, hands in baby shit for
yeah,
years.
for years,
But
or
there's,
just cleaning it up with their.
I don't know, Jen. I think there's something about your own shit that is a little bit
It's
it's
confronting.
it's confronting
It's very
because it's
confronting.
traveled with you for a while, and then when you find out what has actually been traveling with you, what it looks
Yeah,
like, and you have to really meet
yeah.
it. It's a
Have
lot.
you ever done a colonic?
No, I've wanted to.
I've done one, and you see it in the tube, and it goes
Amazing.
past.
Is it?
It honestly looks like it's on a water slide. Like it kind of bubbles past. There's like a glass window in the machine, and you just kind of see it go past. And that I find fascinating, but there's still like a level of detachment because you're not like smelling it, you're not touching it.
Yeah,
I wasn't touching it. You know what I mean?
and it's very Real Housewives as well. For some reason, it's become trendy. Now, tell
Very
me,
chic.
do
Yeah.
you put the thing in yourself when you do the clone, or does a woman or man do that, or any person?
Uh, the therapist does it for you.
So puts it up your bum.
You, yeah. So you lie on your side. Because some places you do it yourself,
Mm.
but there's like a danger because some people put it in too deep or tear things. So you have to like, so like a person will do it, and then they kind of guide you through what you should be feeling. Like it would be insane to do it by yourself first time. I feel.
Okay.
Because it's like basically it feels like your tummy gets really full and like when you really need to poop,
Yeah.
that feeling.
Yeah.
And then they'll go, okay, and now we're going to release, and then they switch the thing and it flushes everything out, so then you feel real empty. and you do that a few times.
I
Sorry,
reckon I
this is
need to
such
get
a
into
mucky
it.
way to start the podcast, but it's just been really
Oh,
up.
I don't
Like,
care.
I need to talk to someone about
It's been a theme. That's fine. It's
Yeah,
been a
it's
theme of
part
the
of
week for
wellness.
you.
It's about yeah.
It's yeah, part of the wellness journey. Yeah, well, I think
Mm.
I think that's fine, Jen. I think there's probably a few people out there listening going, "Hey, I just went through something similar." So it's nice to
It
hear
does
one
make
of
me think.
my favorite voices, Australian voices, making it normal.
It does make me think, like, you know, people with disabilities just fucking do this, and they're not allowed. Like, I did it once, and I'm like, this is all I can talk about. I need to like speak on it. Blah blah blah.
Mm,
People with disabilities are just like having to deal with this literal shit every single day, or however many, like all these fucking procedures that make you feel like you have no dignity. And if I was a person with like a physical disability, you couldn't shut me up about it. I would be fucking yappity yappity yap all day. So what I'm saying is kudos to anyone who does this stuff regularly, has to deal with this stuff regularly, and is also maintaining any kind of dignity.
yeah. Well, I've come home to I'm in Brisbane at the moment for visiting family, and my
Mm.
family's very, very health conscious. And there's no sweeties in the house.
Oh, that sucks.
There's
That's
no
why you go to
sweeties
your
in the house.
parents.
I know there's
What
no
kind of sweeties
sweeties.
are you looking for?
There's nothing. There's just cooking chocolate.
Oh,
Maybe like some
I've gone there
honey.
though. Have you ever
Yeah, I've
have you
definitely
ever
gone
been at
there.
that point?
Yeah. Oh, I'm like almost in that at that point within the next half an hour. Yeah, you gotta have. I used to come back.
Just a little something.
Maybe it's
A
because I come
little
for
something.
like Christmas time where it's just riddled with sweeties. But I just had a coffee after lunch and I went, wouldn't mind a little sweetie. What's mum
Just a
got?
little
Nothing. Nothing.
nothing.
Have some
What kind of
fruit.
what kind of sweeties are you
No.
looking for, like, or
Have a
that you
glass of
have at
water.
home? What kind of sweeties are you looking for? Like, what would you like to have?
I like a little biscuit, like a
Mm,
little cake, a little bit of like delicious little cupcake or something, a little delicious yum yum yum.
mm,
Just a little thing.
mm.
You gotta have a little sweet, a little treat, a little yum yum yum. Trying to do
Yeah,
work, I
and
can't
just a little
concentrate.
one.
Just a little one. I'm not asking for a
Mm,
cheesecake. Just a little
mm.
fairy cake. That's what I really feel like. Just those
Ooh,
fairy cakes.
I love fairy cakes.
Yeah, just a little yum yum
You know
yum.
what hits for me? Couple of wafers, like couple of vanilla wafers. You know
Yeah.
those real dusty ones that you get, and you open up the package, it's half dust and then like wafers, but the filling is so like little like sweeties. Mm.
We used to, in fairness, they raised us on a little treat because what do you think? Um, well, in Brisbane, it's called Little Lunch. What do you call
Mm.
them? Little Lunch there?
Like recess?
Recess, yeah.
Yeah, morning tea, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a little sweetie break. And
Yeah.
now we're being told by the Heart Foundation that we can't have little sweetie breaks. When we literally,
Yeah.
there was a bell. It's like we're like Pavlov's dogs. Whenever we hear a bell now, I
Mm.
want a little chocolate wafer because that's all we
We
did for the first 10 years of our lives. Have a little sweetie break.
the audacity of the Heart Foundation, and I do believe they have to be called out on this, to make us jump rope for heart.
What about reading all those books for MS?
Yeah. And
No,
you're telling me at the end of it, I can't have a little sweet
I
couple
can't have a
red
little
frogs?
sweetie. Yeah, red
Can't have
frogs.
some Ovaltinis?
Yeah, can't carob drops.
Ugh.
Do you know what? Well, our tuck shop used to sell half sausage rolls. Isn't that the
That's
worst?
psycho.
Yeah, give us the
That's
whole thing.
psycho.
Mm.
Were they like chopping the sausage rolls in half
Yeah,
at the shop, or were they purchased half
50
in
cents for
half
half the
size?
sausage roll. You couldn't get a full size in primary
What
school.
the That's insane. Man, that was my favorite. Like I didn't get
It's
a lot of tuck
it's
shop lunches, but I'd get for lunch, pop in my little brown paper bag at recess with my $5 in it, and I'd get
mm,
sausage roll, strawberry milk. Ooh,
it's still good. That's still a good
it's so
meal.
good.
That's such a good
Mm,
meal. I had a sausage roll for dinner the end of last week. I went out and got really nice
mm,
pork and fennel sausage rolls. And sausage
yum.
rolls, absolute total comfort food. When we were in lockdown in Melbourne, I used to just make giant batches of sausage rolls, but not cook them, have them just ready to go in the freezer. So whenever you want a sausage roll, you could just throw it in the oven.
Mm. Mm.
And here's Ben and I coming out of lockdown being like, how did we put on 10 kilos? Just throw sausage roll for breakfast, sausage roll for, it just became a free for all at the end. It was the best
Mm.
comfort. If a sausage roll with a chocolate breaker or a chocolate
Mm.
nippies,
Mm.
oh, with a little straw. Yes,
Because
please.
it's salty and it's sweet.
Mm, you get freshly cracked, like sun-kissed. Did you have Sunny Boys? We had Sunny Boys.
So the frozen ones?
Yeah,
No.
it's like a triangle, and
A triangle? Yeah.
they click get a Sunny Boy in there. Oh, it's
Mm.
still good. It's still good food.
It's still good food.
So I spent like the first half of my childhood in Adelaide, and
Hmm.
it's like a quite different um uh, like food for some reason because I think there's like the German. You know how there's like a real German thing to Adelaide? There's
Yeah,
like
in the
Harndorf and stuff.
hills and stuff.
Yeah, so like
Mm.
they have this thing called Fritz, bung Fritz. And so instead of sausage rolls, you would get a Fritz and sauce sandwich, which was like a white bread sandwich with margarine,
Mm.
ketchup, and bung Fritz, which is I think the
Mm.
Devon. Do you
It's
have?
like, yeah, Devon, yeah.
Yeah, that's still good. I've had one of those recently. It's
Yeah,
still a
that
good sandwich.
slaps.
Yeah, and then we went
Because
to
it's
Brizzy and changed.
it's the prototype for the Bunnings sausage roll,
Oh,
you
100%. It's
know?
just a flat bunning sausage roll
Yeah.
that's cold.
Yeah.
Here's
That
a
and
thing. Here's a thing.
mm, mm,
Here's a thing. This is great. I actually I don't have a microphone. I'm on headphones now
yeah.
this
She's
time.
hands free, ladies and
And so
gentlemen.
I'm actually flapping around a lot more than I usually am, and I love it.
Maybe we need to get you a Madonna mic.
I
You know
think so
that
because
like comes off the ear?
I'm a flapper. I'm quite an animated talker. I look Italian
Mm.
and I sound Italian and I use my hands like an Italian, but I'm not
Mhm.
in any way
Mhm.
Italian. But
Mm.
here's the thing. I've got like traditionally I hate Bunnings.
Mm.
It's my least
I
favorite.
didn't know that. I didn't know. Why do you hate Bunnings?
It's my least favorite place in the world. I
Mm.
hate it with all my heart. Cause I think as a renter, the only time you go to Bunnings is during that insanely stressful period where you're cleaning out the house or moving.
Mm.
It's the only
Or if
time.
something's gone horribly wrong.
Horribly wrong. I don't have fun there. I've
Mm.
never I've never owned a place, so it's not like, oh, I'm gonna paint a door. What fun.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yep.
No. Um uh, why are we so upset at Coles and Woolworths,
Mm.
but for some reason love the conglomerate that is Bunnings?
Oh,
Why
damn.
why are we like, don't you think this is crazy? Like how many shops did Bunnings put and family run in businesses did Bunnings put out? How many,
Mm.
like, surely they're screwing over suppliers in a same similar method than Coles and
Mm.
Woolworths. But we
Yeah, I
got like
mean,
a Four Corners thing into. There's got to be something. Why does the politicians go? Why is everyone treats it like it's like some kind of like it's the Harbour Bridge, like it's
mm.
a wonderful institution. No, it's a terrible big shop that sells spades.
Mm.
That's all it is. And everyone thinks it's like we can go somewhere else for sausages.
Mm. But we choose not to. That's
We
so true.
Yeah, we choose to go there and spend money
Mm.
at this giant thing and buy a sausage and be like, oh, it's so Australian. It's not.
Because they're shopping centers unto themselves. Like they're the size of a shopping center, some of them.
Yeah, and you tell me the last time you've seen a small hardware store around Australia.
I went into one, but it was purely because I was coming from somewhere else and I was like, "Oh shit, this is a hardware store." And it was very clearly like a family holding on by the edge of the teeth. Everything's covered in dust.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's truly maybe the last time because everything else around me is either a Bunnings or a Mitre 10.
We've got a duopoly with
Interesting.
hardware, and no one's talking about the hardware. I don't care really, but no one's talking about the hardware
Mm,
duopoly because everyone has such fun in those shops. No one has fun in Coles or Woolworths. That's not a fun place. But
yeah.
everyone goes to those shops and on the weekend they're like, "Oh, it's fun. We don't want to bucket on them."
Interesting.
I've
Damn, Maggie.
Four Corners, if
this
you're listening.
This is some investigative journalism.
I've written to Four Corners 3 times with ideas, and they've knocked me back 3 times.
Have you really? Yes. What are the ideas? Can you say?
One of them was that it was when I was losing my mind during lockdown. I can't. One of them was that I didn't think that sunscreen was being sold. Enough sunscreen brands were being sold in Mecca. And that women
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I'm going to turn around so you're not looking at me because I can explain this. So so it's basically, if you go into Mecca, right? It's got them. Yeah. It's like it's got a market share of like 30 to 40% of Australian cosmetics, right? And skincare, and it has like thousands of young women shopping there, right? And I counted it had something like 62 eye creams at that time, and it had 3 sunscreens. And I felt strongly that I'm going to turn back around. I was just looking at the wall because I felt very strongly at the time that it was encouraging women to damage their skin and then repair it instead of having preventative measures.
Right.
And so it's like, we don't want to give them sunscreen because if we give them sunscreen, they're not going to use all our potions. It literally, they had 3 sunscreens for sale at the time.
Oh, so you're saying them not selling sunscreen then makes people's skin get sun damage. So then they go to Mecca looking for whatever solutions to fix that sun damage.
Yes.
And so, and you're saying that's probably, your theory was that was intentional.
Yes. And I got really passionate about it. I wrote to Four Corners. So I was just like, you should just look into the sunscreen sales. And they wrote back, oh, thank you for your input, but this isn't the kind of story. This is during COVID, by the way. So they had other things to think about than sunscreens in Mecca.
I have a few friends who work at Four Corners. I'm going to ask them if they remember receiving this email.
My eyes are watering.
Gosh.
I think I've admitted that twice.
That's so funny, dude.
It's with the best of intentions.
Look.
I wrote to Mecca the same
understand.
thing. I copied and pasted the email to Mecca, right? Just a bit of feedback. And then I've been blocked from giving feedback on products.
Interesting.
So they put me on
on a nerve.
Yeah, they put me on a psycho list. They're like, do not
do you talk. I mean, they have released a lot of sun products in the last couple of years.
That's what I'm saying. This happened in like 2020. And 2020, and look how many sunscreen products that they've now released. Be it most of them as on their own label, but at least they were just selling that one to save face.
Yeah. Which was not good. It was not good at all.
No.
I find as well, if you speak on Mecca, they'll find you. They will find you.
Really?
Because I did a TikTok about how I was part of Mecca Beauty Loop or whatever, right? And part of that is you get 1 free makeup application per year. And I just, for multiple years in a row, could not book it. Like every time I went to try and find it, nothing was available. And I was just like, I reckon they don't actually have availabilities for this.
I have to agree. I completely agree. It's really...
Why would they?
Yeah.
It's a transaction they can't monetize, and it's something that like looks good on paper, but whatever. So I did a TikTok about it. All of a sudden, Mecca's looking at all these different people from Mecca are looking at my socials, looking at my LinkedIn, looking at my... They're finding me everywhere.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and
Terrifying.
Then they're also in the comments being like, oh, actually you can do this, blah, 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 blah. And then I booked my makeup for Hing and Hum's wedding. And I was like, well, I'm just going to have a quick look. Oh, all of a sudden.
It's all opening up.
And it was like multiple years in a row in multiple cities too, because like
Mm.
sometimes I'd like be hosting a thing in Melbourne or be going to Hobart or be going to Brisbane or whatever. And I'd be like, oh, it'd be nice if I could just use this free thing, have my makeup done for the event, and then go. And so it was multiple cities, and I could never, and then all of a sudden, and I feel like what it is that most people on the internet bitching about stuff
Mm.
are incredibly uninformed and shitty, and the way they communicate their points are not good.
Yeah.
And we're the only two intelligent people on the internet. That's what I
Yeah.
think.
I wouldn't even say we're on the internet. I reckon we're on the internet sometimes, but we're actually the
Mm,
voice of a generation that permeates across different
mm.
mediums. So, uh,
I guess we're kind of what are we trying to say? What's the
I mean,
word
like
for
I can
when?
say, like I like Mecca, but
Mm,
I got fired from Mecca.
did
So,
you?
yeah. So,
When?
when I was 18, I think. So I'm just getting a tissue because you made me
Mm,
laugh. My nose ran.
mm-hmm.
You can't see this, but I'm taking Jen on a tour of my
She's
mum and
walking me
dad's
around the
house.
house.
Probably hear that. That is the dishwasher that's going. This is me getting a tissue. I don't think Jen's liking how much flexibility this is giving me to do
I
this.
know. But I do think we should get you a Madonna mic because I like the idea that you could be walking around with your theories,
I have a
pacing
lot of
back and
theories. I
forth.
feel very I
Yeah.
feel very trapped. My passions when
Mm,
when I'm on Ben Russell's mic.
mm.
I'll probably go home and say something to him. He'll be like, "Yeah, you could have done that all along. We have this," and I'll be like, "Oh, okay." Yes. So I was like, so when I left school, I did cosmetics
Mm,
at university. I got an advanced diploma of makeup, and well, my friends got like commerce degrees, but it was super fun. And then I
mm.
became a counter girl and proceeded to get fired from most of those jobs because I was like 19. I mean,
Mm,
everyone's shit at that stage, and certainly you don't want a 19-year-old selling your lipsticks. But
mm.
I was weirdly very, very good at sales, but bad at being an employee. So it was like they were like, "No, she's selling heaps, but she's just terrible."
What
But
do you mean by bad at being an employee?
well, I never quite got the hang of daylight savings time, and
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
chose to carry things like all at once instead of doing little trips. You know the,
Mm.
you know
Mm-hmm.
those people.
Yep.
And I got a job working at Kit. Do you remember Kit?
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Yeah. So Kit, if you're too young, this was probably like 2005. Um, and Kit Cosmetica was like so Mecca was like the bougie South Yarra style shop. This is when it was really small, so a long time ago,
Mm.
and they were tiny, and they only had like NARS and Chantecaille and you know very small brands. And then they opened Kit, which was supposed to be like for the cool kids, like um, so I got hired for that because I was younger, and I think there was one store on Chapel Street, and I got hired for the Maya Melbourne store,
Mm-hmm.
which the shop was actually where Mecca is now. And I was bad at the job, and I showed up very late to open the store, hungover, and we used to sell these giant candles, like huge candles for like at the time incredibly expensive, so probably like $40, but like
Mm.
and
For a candle at that time, that's insane.
yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
Um, and I do remember uh, what happened was I was bored, and there's like when you clean your alcohol clean your brushes with the alcohol spray,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was just like making like fire bombs in the corner of my with the alcohol. And then I just got called. I thought I got away with it and got called in the next day. I remember going downstairs and I was such an idiot, but it is kind of funny to look back on it. This chick's like, "You're fired." I'm like, "Are you sure I'm not being made redundant?" And they're like, "Do you know what that means?" I'm like, "Are you sure you don't want to make me redundant?" They're like, no, you're definitely fired. You got caught on security camera making fireballs in the
That's
middle of
so
Maya.
funny.
I was young.
But honestly, it was so I working department store jobs, it's so boring day to day. Like I used to work perfume at David Jones
Mm.
and there's just so much dead time. So
Dude,
what the fuck else are you gonna do?
I just got constantly asked where the toilets were. And I said to
Yeah.
one time I didn't have my badge on, so I said to one dude, "Oh, I don't work here." And then he walked back past me when I had my badge on, and he's like, "Don't work here, hey?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what are you gonna do? Not at the
Yeah,
time, just
well,
got the job."
yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible, and so you have to be nice to those people on any Maya Cosmetics floor because
Mm.
it's a pretty rough gig if you get it.
Um Did you also have a living fear of the Mac girls? We had a Mac counter, and
Well, yeah.
they're all Mac's whole thing is that they don't hire my staff to then train. They have Mac staff that come and work at their, you know, pop ups or whatever. And so they were always very segregated on the David Jones floor. Was it the same?
Well, I went on to become a Mac girl.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. For some reason, these companies weren't talking to each other because I just kept getting jobs. Um,
Mm.
yeah, I went on to become a Mac girl. And I remember I sold a whole lot of, whole lot of white, super white foundation to Marilyn Manson's band that was in town one day.
That's so funny.
And I sold a lipstick to, what is it? What's that really famous tennis player, that man from Switzerland?
Federer?
Federer's wife. That's what I did. Sold lipsticks to
Oh
her.
yeah.
I worked at Bobbi Brown as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done did quite a few, and then I realized maybe it's not for me. Because I didn't like
You're
touching
like,
people's faces. I don't want to touch their face.
it's very intimate.
You have to get
In a
right in
post
there.
COVID world, like I don't think I could do it.
I don't want to touch your face. And the whole
Yeah.
job was touching people's faces.
Mm.
So yeah. Speaking of touching
Yeah.
faces, should we get into Vanderpump?
Yeah. So I feel like we talked about it last week. Last week felt a bit like, where are we? What are we doing in this season so far?
Mm, mm.
I enjoyed this episode. Um I feel like Sheena's definitely telling Ariana one thing to her face and then saying something completely different in her confessionals and to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously a talked about moment from this episode was Tom comparing himself to a serial killer in how he was like, everyone's treating me like that guy. I forgot the guy's name.
Jeffrey Dahmer,
Everyone's
was
treating me
it?
like Jeffrey Dahmer or something like that. Being like, and they're treating me just like him.
Mm.
And it's crazy when Schwartz has to be the voice of reason.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't think they're doing that, dude. Like, anyway, loved the showdown between Kate and Tom, where she says, why don't you start moving differently and stop explaining yourself? Stop making excuses. Like, thank fucking God. Thank God someone. But all in all, he's being so creepy. It gives me such creepy vibes now.
Tom,
Tom Sandoval, yeah.
there's nothing more ick than that party he threw. That was
Oh,
the ick factor of that entire thing was
yeah,
so off.
yeah.
Everyone was so uncomfortable in that pool. The weird vibe between him and Billy as well.
Yep.
Billy
Yep.
Billy was trying to set him up with one of her friends, was that? And he was like saying, "No, there's some girls coming over." Am I right there?
Yeah.
It it was
Yeah.
very strange. It was just this ick factor. Now, I love the Joe storyline, how we're getting more Joe. The good.
Crazy Joe. It's so funny as
Good.
well. Like, their whole thing is like, she's clearly in love with Schwartz. Schwartz is not in love with her.
Hmm.
They make them go on a romantic swan paddle.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's just going to be more setups for Joe where they're like, let's make her in a really intimate setting
Yes.
where Schwartz once again reaffirms he is not interested in her in the
Not
long term.
in maybe in 7 years, like
Yeah.
time maybe. And what was it when Ali was giving that reading?
Yes.
She said,
Reading her chart.
Yeah, you seem like the light. You're reading as the light. You're the light at the end of the tunnel, as a friend.
Mm.
So the face dropped
Yeah.
like that. Jo, I don't even know if Jo wants to be part of this. I think she just wants to be with Tom potentially. It feels like she doesn't, maybe I'm wrong. She doesn't feel thirsty to being on the show.
Yeah. I think she probably had a really happy life before the show, and then now the attention that the show is giving her is not something she enjoys.
No.
You know?
No.
Like, I feel like she's kind of living my nightmare, which is that you think you're one type of person and then you are recorded in an unguarded moment and you find out that you're not that type of person at all. Like, I feel like she thinks she's just like a silly, goofy little guy. And then looking back, it comes across as like just unhinged.
Yeah. Yeah. I do. I kind of feel bad for her a bit. I feel like I don't know. What she said she was the hairdresser? Was she hair and makeup? Oh, sorry, I just got a message.
Oh,
That's what happens when you got
you got a
headphones on.
message.
Um, was she was saying she's a hairdresser, hair and makeup. Is that how she met Schwartz?
Uh, no, well, so the story is that she was besties with Kristen Doty, and
Ah,
Kristen Doty introduced her to Katie and Schwartz, and then she was friendly with Katie, and then I think a few days after the divorce was finalized between Katie and Schwartz, Jo started seeing Schwartz.
love it.
We love those girls. Love those girls.
I don't have much more to say on the episode. I feel like Sheena, apart from the Sheena, is basically, I felt when she was talking to Ariana, basically saying, I'm going to become friends with Tom again because you took my gig on Dancing with the Stars. So fuck you. Even though Ariana was like,
Yeah.
I had an NDA. Did you want me to break my
Mm.
NDA for you? Like,
Once again, like everything, I feel like Ariana's a bit like, yeah, man, like I couldn't tell you
no.
because I would lose the job.
Yes.
And she said in subsequent interviews, like, she's like, at that point, right after Scandival, we're getting followed by paparazzi 24/7. Like, they are being watched at all times. So she had to stay really tight lipped about it because if she had said anything, she would have lost the opportunity.
Mm.
I don't know. I get that. I'm trying to have grace for people in general, right? Because we're all doing this for the first time, right? And Sheena, she probably has never been in a position like this before where someone she's known for a very, 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 very long time has like betrayed her or not turned out to be the person that she thought they were.
Mm.
I get that. It is shocking the way she cannot extricate herself from what I'm trying to say. It's shocking that she can't take a step back and go, she can have all these feelings, she just doesn't need to tell Ariana about it, or she doesn't need to tell people to talk to Ariana for her. You know,
Mm.
like Vanderpump getting involved and all this stuff. Um what did we think about the return of Jax Taylor?
I loved it.
Me too. I hate that I love it.
He's
I
great
hate
TV.
that I love it.
He's good
He's
TV.
great TV.
Yeah.
And we've needed that voice to someone fucking check Sandoval in a
Yeah, we
way
need
that he'll
another
listen.
sociopath in there. That's what we need. We need I mean,
Exactly.
I think Sandoval is definitely a sociopath. Schwartz is a narcissist, but
Yeah.
having Jax in there who was neck level kind of
Yeah.
sociopathic behaviors,
Yeah.
allegedly, from what we see, he's portrayed on television.
Mm.
Just it spices it up. It was getting really floppy, and then Jax came in. You're like, yes, finally, this is why it was good back in the day because there's like the
Mm.
three opinions of those just idiots. Those the biggest
Yeah.
douchebags you can ever come across. Just
Yeah.
constant conflict between. I think a genuinely Tom looked like he was annoyed with Jax.
Yeah.
He looked, and
I
it's
loved
very
it.
hard to get a genuine look out of Sandoval. Like everything looks like acting, but he looked like he was just like, Jesus, do we have to really do this? Clearly, it's just a promotion for the next show. So,
Yeah.
like, he's kind of like, really, is he going to come back? Probably, he's not going to come back. It's just this scene.
Yeah. Well, this is the whole thing, right? We didn't get it because these shows don't air on TV here, but in the States, they did the crossover. So I don't know if you saw it on TikTok or whatever. So it was like the original episode, the pilot episode of Vanderpump, where, you know, we follow Sheena out of the scene with Brandy and into the kitchen to start Vanderpump Rules. So in the States, when it aired, it was Jax gets up from that table with the boys, walks out and walks into the valley. And that's when the valley started.
Mm.
And I'm like,
Genius
that sucks
TV.
that it is a really fun move. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it sucks that we miss that. But yeah, I'm glad Jax is back. Obviously, we don't condone anything he's done. But as someone on TikTok said, I've forgotten the creator's name, but someone was saying Vanderpump Rules thrives on misogyny, alcoholism, and adultery.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with it currently is that everyone's trying to get sober, so there's not that much alcoholism.
Mm-hmm.
The adultery has happened, and it's kind of hit its like final point. Like,
yeah.
And then the misogyny is still there because it's always bubbling over, because now they're making Ariana the villain for trying to have healthy boundaries and work.
It is yeah. I don't know, man. I think just you got to bring them all back. Like, I feel with the adultery is not going to work as well because no one's in a relationship. Like, now, isn't everyone single now?
On Vanderpump?
Except for Sheena. Yeah.
And Ariana's in that relationship with Daniel?
Oh, yeah, yeah. But
and
not even
and
like,
James and
James and Ali
together.
But like,
yeah.
Do we really care if like the James and Ali break up? Do you know, like, where's the investment in any of those couples except for Sheena and Brock?
It's also way darker as well now. Like, if James started getting into his old James way of being like incredibly abusive verbally and like fucking around and stuff,
fat shaming all the women,
it would be so dark as like a 30-something-year-old man.
Yeah, look, which leads us into the Valley, which is my key takeaway point from this. So if you haven't watched The Valley, it's basically a spin-off of Vanderpump. So it's like a spin-off of a spin-off. It's kind of centered around Jax and Brittany, who used to be on Vanderpump, who got kicked off because their pastor was extremely homophobic.
And also Jax was part of that Stacy Kristen thing where they called the cops and their black castmate as a joke.
So he's back and he's got his own show.
We forgive him now. It's actually fine now.
And it's kind of like, you know, like it's about reformed party people who now live in the suburbs with kids. That's what it is. I don't know how I felt like about this. I don't know if it was... There was one bit of it that I hated, the one bit that I was curious about. The curiosity is just Jax and Brittany. I do not care about any of these other people. Maybe a bit of Kristen, but you're basically watching a reality show with the biggest douchebags you can find, but they're not doing douchebag thing. They're trying to be dads and respectable and talk about parenting, and it's so boring. You don't want to watch that on TV. You want to watch party people out of control. That's what I want to watch when I watch these. I want to watch either very wealthy women with great fashion or party people out of control. I don't want to watch what I feel almost is a bit of my reality these days.
That's how I felt too.
Yeah, young parents. It's like, oh, okay, great.
Young parents, people being like, oh, I've just had a baby. Like, this time last year I was partying. Now I'm like changing diapers. Like, I don't know who this is for.
Who's this for? Like, yeah, and I don't
than the network. Like, I feel like it's a move from the network because they know that Vanderpump can't work for that much longer because none of them are working in the bars. None of them are like working class anymore. Like, they've all kind of leveled up and they all have their own fame. So I feel like and I think I sent you a video of Stacy talking about this, about how this show was meant to launch in 2019. It was meant to start with Stacy getting married, but then they all got fired from the thing, and so the show was shelved until Scandival happened, and they were like, let's create this again. I feel like it's them having an out for Vanderpump Rules, but I'm also like, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch
I don't
people
watch
be like,
babies and
oh, the
issues
way
in
I
schools
feel
and
about my body has changed. Like,
yeah.
I know people in my real life who feel like that. I don't need to watch shitheads.
Oh, and I do those people that you know and I know who are in
Yeah.
that position in life, like, I mean, do they want to watch it? Like, I don't want to watch that shit. Like, do you know,
Who is this for?
I don't want to
Yeah.
watch like a TV show about burnt out reality TV producers like myself who live in an apartment. Like, I don't want to watch that shit. I want to watch like sexy singles and party
Yes,
or really
totally.
wealthy like older women or men. You know, do you know
Yeah.
that I think that we need a if they the other thing is they're not like super rich. Like I don't that's not even interesting to me. That's like it's not
They're
even
like
the
upper middle
1%.
class.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're upper middle class, which again, it's like I don't have a problem with people like this in real life.
Mm.
A lot of my friends are new families. A lot of my friends are dealing with fertility stuff. I'm like interested in those people because I love and care about those people. Those people are real to me. I don't care about any of these people. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care. The central conflict of the show, of the episode, was Brock telling Jax to dack someone and then their wife getting really upset.
I mean, how boring is that? Why was the
That's
wife
it.
crying if someone got dacked?
Because she was tired, because she's raising 3 kids, which again, I get it.
But I don't
I
want to
get
watch
being
that.
upset. Exactly. I don't want to watch someone cry because they're tired. Like, this is.
Yeah,
I'm
it's like
watching
this isn't a
this
TV show.
instead of crying because I'm
You
tired.
see like
You know?
Stasi slapping Kristen and like, you know, like just crazy shit going down. And
Yeah.
now now it's Jackson, everyone apologizing and hugging a woman who's tired.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not TV, like it doesn't tick any of the boxes. But
Yeah.
the only reason I'm watching is like, and I was just reading an interview with Jax, and
Mm.
now him and Brittany have separated
Mm.
officially. But he's going around. It happened to be announced around the same time as this coming out, like within the week. But he's going,
Mm.
no, it's not a publicity stunt. So I don't want to talk
Mm.
about it because it's real. From,
Mm.
I mean, those guys he looked like he wasn't ready to give up partying. I'm like, I'm going to say this, I know so many words about what I watched in that final scene looking at Jax, but Jax was
Mm.
definitely partaking in the partying level of partying I felt that he used to,
I
but in
think,
a house. Do you know what I mean? Are you feeling my
yes,
flow?
I think
Yeah.
there's always been an aura, and it's even been alluded to on
Hmm.
screen at times,
Yeah.
that there are other substances that Jax likes to do that are pretty, they're perfect for partying.
Perfect for partying. Yeah. It's like sausage rolls.
Yes.
Sausage rolls
Um
and pretzels. Americans? Is that what Americans eat? Yeah. But, you know,
I don't know. I don't want to watch Suburban Families. I'm sorry. Unless they're doing something fun. Like the times I've watched Suburban Family reality TV shows, when one of them is in a knife competition,
hmm
when one of them is in a bake off,
sister
when
wives.
one of them sister wives, when one of them has married a mummy's boy, give me something more than just like,
They have to
gosh,
be
it's
300
hard being
pounds.
a. Exactly.
You can't just have
They're.
a woman and a man
Yeah.
being like, we're tired, we've got one child, and I'm a busy working actor. Like, you're like,
I
okay,
did,
great.
yeah. Oh my god, the the montage of the voice actor being like,
Yeah,
"I make zombie noises, I make battle noise." I was like,
you would have heard me in
"This is
Walking
so
Dead. You'd be like,
sad."
okay, mate.
Oof.
They,
And the
they
self-made vocal booth, like they've clearly just put up like a dampening sheet behind him in his house or garage or
yeah,
something.
because we don't have the budget to get to a studio,
We don't have
so
a booth.
we don't have
Yeah.
both. Yeah, I don't care. Those people look like horrible people, and I feel like
Mm.
they're going on this show with that's the other level. You're going on this show with families knowing that the only way that this will work is that if there's you have to create conflict. So you're not at a
Yeah.
workplace creating conflict within your workplace. You're purposely creating conflict within your own family for ratings and money.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty shitty thing, I reckon.
Mm.
It's different when you're single when there's not kids involved. But feel like I'm going on a reality show and I know I have to show warts and all, which I know potentially could divide our family, and this kid is going to cop the brunt of it. That's I think that's fucked. I mean, like we all know that Brittany and Jax. I mean, they've done it for years. It's who they are. But the new ones coming on, being like, we've got a 4-month-old and we're going to go on this like reality show where it's, you know, known for fighting and drinking and partying and like,
and relationships being detonated,
yeah,
and adultery, and like,
yeah, absolutely. Why are you doing this?
yeah, I don't know. I don't know who it's for. If it's for you, can you please message us? Tell us what we're missing, because I just kept watching it being like, I'm watching this because I like Vanderpump Rules and I enjoy watching Jax and Brittany. I don't know who this is for. Like, even the Jax and Brittany spin-off of Vanderpump Rules, where they go back to Kentucky and they work on Brittany's farm. I'm like, again, I like that. That's like simple life. There's like a tradition. It's like a fish out of water story being told. What story is being told here?
No, it's a party I don't want to be at. It's a party I felt I've been at. I've been at that party. I've worked with very famous people, and they have like these hanger-on of friends who are like professionally their friends, and being around it had that vibe of I'm such an extrovert, and I want it, like I'm comfortable being famous for being attached to something else. That's what these dudes and ladies had that vibe of. It's just like you're not even a personality, but you're willing to throw your family kind of under the bus. I don't know. It felt weird. I don't know. We could end up loving it.
Maybe it does. Yeah, it just gives me kind of Real Housewives of Sydney vibes, where it's like everyone's like, I want to be famous. Do not ask me a single fucking question about my family or I'll kill you.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay, cool.
I really want to see, no, you're saying, I completely agree. I think the only way this can work is if they have to pack so much drama into this show. It has to be very dramatic, or you're not going to watch it because it's so boring as a concept within itself.
Yeah.
Like here's 12 randoms and 3 people that you know from 6 years ago living in the suburbs with 2-year-olds.
As soon as Dodie started talking about trying to have a baby, I'm like, oh no, Maggie's going to hate this.
It's the IVF storyline all again. I mean, I'm really sympathetic to IVF women and families.
Again, real people, yes.
It's a real people. It's a real issue that is like, you wheel it out as entertainment. I don't think it should be wheeled out as entertainment all the time.
I don't think so either. I don't think it's, I don't know. I don't know what story they're trying to tell. I feel like we talk so much about why we like Housewives, why we like, well, to a lesser extent, why we've liked in the past Vanderpump. Like, what I want to see is a reality that's different to mine, but a story that feels inherently true, you know? And like with Housewives, with like the best of them, like the first few seasons of Beverly Hills or Salt Lake or whatever, like it's always about like for Beverly Hills, it's about women of a certain age kind of reestablishing themselves after families or reestablishing their business, like kind of figuring out who they are as middle-aged women, which is interesting to me, you know?
Yeah.
With Salt Lake, it's like about them trying to reconcile, you know, figuring themselves out at that age, but also like religious trauma and being from a very specific point of view. I don't feel like any of these people in the Valley have that. They don't have a specific point of view. They don't have any kind of real social cohesion other than like, we all partied in our 20s together and did lots of coke in LA. Like, what is it? Why are we watching this?
No, it doesn't. None of it makes sense. But again, now I tell you what, I did watch Potomac. I've caught up.
Oh yeah,
watched it on the plane. And it's ended on a physical altercation.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I think I heard about this when it happened at the time, but yeah, has it gotten any better? Do you think it's worth dipping back into?
No, not really. Yeah. What just to catch you up, Giselle has found out that her father's very, very ill. He'd kind of been keeping it from her with a brain tumor. And she found out around the time that she was launching the leggings brand with Ashley called GNA.
Goodness gracious.
Like DNA, but Giselle and Ashley.
But gee.
And so she had to hurry back to Potomac to launch the leggings brand in between looking after her father. At the launch, remember that chick? I think she's called Denise. She was the one that stirred all that shit about Eddie.
Happy Eddie.
Yeah. She gets invited because Ashley's messy and is just trying to cause shit.
Yeah.
And it ends with cameras down, but mic's not off. And not Wendy. What's the little one who used to be the drama queen, the pageant queen?
Not Ashley.
The braids. No, the ones.
Candace? No.
Candace and I think it's Denise get into it, and then it cuts. It's like next time. So, I mean, it might be one of those things where nothing really happened, and they're just like trying to pump up. But it really is dying in the ass so much. And poor Giselle, she looks like she just cannot engage with filming or genuinely not wanting to talk about it or be there. She needs to be, but has got the obligation to come back. She genuinely looks. It's rare you see the housemates be really real and just be like, I cannot deal with the launch of a leggings brand right now while my father is so ill. So it's not great TV. Yeah. I don't know if he's still around or how it panned out, but yeah, it's fine. It's not. It is what it is. I'm going to look up when New Jersey starts.
Oh yeah, do it. Yeah, I don't know. That show feels like it needs a reset, I think, Potomac. I feel like it veers from so frothy to incredibly dark, and there's no in between.
Yeah. It's interesting how quickly they dip, right? How we've gone from such a high of Vanderpump as well. And it dips so quickly. It's the same with like what you just said with Potomac. It was like it was so good, and then just like what happened?
Yeah.
What's the casting?
I remember like a few months ago we were talking about like how fun it seems to be like in this whole Stranger Things like
yeah. No, that's
vibe that it was giving, and now it's just kind of dropped off.
Well, they said New Jersey's out on May the 5th. What else is coming up? So there'd be New Jersey, New York. We've done Miami. And, we've done Atlanta.
The other LA one. OC.
Yeah, they're starting to do so when is that? June 7th. Oh no, hang on, that's last year. It hasn't been announced yet. Oh yeah. Well, they're saying June 2nd, 2024. So that's not for quite some time. So I don't know what they're going to do. Have to get into.
What are we going to do?
What are we going to do? There'll be stuff. I'm sure we're forgetting something.
Yeah. Well, I've been hearing that Summer House is the one. Have you watched any of Summer House?
I started watching Summer House.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a blend of Vanderpump and Below Deck. Because it's a bit repetitive. All they do is they go out on the weekends and they get fucked up, and then they go back to work in the city, and then they go out on the weekends and get fucked up and go back to work in the city. But they started doing it when they were like sexy young singles, and a lot of them now are like kind of doing it in their 40s.
That's weird. The other thing. Okay, sorry to keep harping on the Valley, but that's the other thing. It's like I don't want a record of how hot and crazy I was in my 20s, and then hours and hours of footage with me like talking about having to get illegal like not illegal, struggling with a pram through a drawer. You know what I mean? Like I don't want that. I don't want both sets of footage to exist. I want to only exist either as hot and sexy or someone struggling to get a pram through a door. I don't want both.
No, no. And you can see them all doing shots and like rocking a kid with one foot. You're like, yeah, go for it. But that's not good TV. Like,
Yeah.
it's, and the whole sober curious of everything. And then wheeling in Lala and Sheena just being like, please come just for this one
Give us
day.
something.
Give us something.
Yeah.
Lala's clearly, I feel like Lala's clearly sober and like got her eyes on becoming like an entrepreneur businesswoman. I feel like she's stepping back from even Vanderpump as it is. So that's just the vibe I'm getting from her a bit.
Yeah. Vanderpump stepped back from being Vanderpump, really. Like,
yeah.
She kind of dips in and out, but we're not really learning much about her anymore.
Do you know they did a Vanderpump thing for Southern Charm? Did you know about that?
Oh, the crossover.
So they've got Southern Hospitality.
Oh, I don't know about that. No.
So Southern Charm's the one where it's all like all of the socialites down in Charleston.
Yeah.
And one of the socialites runs a bar similar to Vanderpump. And they've launched a Vanderpump Rules nearly exact same format.
Oh. Because there's also Vanderpump Villa that's going to be out on Disney.
Is there? Tell me about I don't know about Vanderpump Villa.
Oh, okay. Have we not spoken about this?
No.
Okay, so it's a Disney show. So it's or Hulu or whatever. Very specifically not with Bravo. And it's Vanderpump is starting essentially like a hotel chateau thing in France. And so it's a lot of her staff that she's exported, I guess, from SUR, from Pump, from all that, plus like some locals, plus just generic American hot people who over a summer have to learn how to run like a 5-star establishment.
Well, we'll definitely have to watch that. That sounds great.
Yeah,
I didn't know anything about that.
That's a few months away, but that I'm interested in.
Yeah. Also, it's quite interesting because I feel like the French wouldn't really be into the Vanderpump thing. I feel they'd be a bit snooty about.
Her whole thing is trying to sell an American idea of France to Americans.
Yeah.
Like her whole thing is like, ooh la la, sexy. Ooh
Villa
la la.
Yeah.
Villa Blanc. And like French people are like, yeah, that's like Outback Steakhouse to us.
Yeah, exactly. So it must just be like they've got like a 2-year lease or something to try and get it done.
But... Well, apparently chateaus are very, very. I only know this from another insane reality show I watched about a couple renovating a British couple renovating a chateau in France, because heaps of chateaus are very, very, very cheap to buy because they're so run down. Heaps of like before Brexit and stuff, heaps of UK citizens bought chateaus and then were like, we'll do it up, we'll make it a wedding venue, blah 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 blah. So it might just be
just one of those $20 ones. Because I think you're right. There's also like, you go to Italy and there's all those crumbly little houses that you can buy for $60 or something, but then you're stuck with these giant tax bills and renovation nightmares and things like that.
And they're all heritage listed, so you can't change anything. Yeah.
It's interesting with Vanderpump because she's very smart because she obviously owns the trademark to her own name. So it's not like Bravo. It's like you can't do anything Vanderpump anywhere else. That would be wild. They don't own the name, but unlike other television shows like Top Gear or something, you own the name, you own the brand. But she can just take Vanderpump and just be like, I'm just going to do whatever I want. And Disney wants to, fuck yeah. I don't know what I'm assuming the pricing between Bravo versus Disney, you're going to get a pretty good
Slightly
deal.
Higher.
Yeah. So just slapping Vanderpump on whatever you want. I'd love to go to Vanderpump Vegas. That would be fun.
I would love to go to Vanderpump Vegas. And I'd love to go to Wolf by Vanderpump at Lake Tahoe. The insides of that empty restaurant where they smashed in some of the walls. I was like, I can't get enough of this.
Amazing. Put it on the list. Wolf.
Yeah.
Wolf by Vanderpump.
Wolf.
Oh, well, that was a good catch up, Jen. I think we got through a fair amount.
Yeah. honestly get in touch if you like the Valley. I really want to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it another shot. I want to know what it's like. What if it's any good after the pilot. I want to know if this is worth. If it's what we're thinking it is, or if something else happens in it that you're like, okay, this is worth it.
Also, Melbourne Comedy Festival kicks off next week. Please come to our shows. We'll be running around the CBD of Melbourne. My show's at the QT. If you want to come along, it's called Forever. Only doing 10 shows for the first 2 weeks, so don't be one of those people who's like, oh, I'm coming next week. And it's like, it's done. And also shows at Sydney Comedy Festival. Maggie, you're directing a bunch of shows. Go through them. List them from your favorite to your least. No, I'm joking.
I'm directing Ben Russell. I'm directing Bronwyn Cuss, and I'm directing Prue Blake. Nice. So come along to those. They're lovely, lovely women and man. I'm writing on a couple of other ones, but these are the ones that have Maggie on them. So yes, come along. I think Ben's on the last 2 weeks of the festival, but the other guys are on for the full run. So yeah.
Madness.
I'm going to go get my flu shot on Monday, to be honest, to get ready for the festival season. Yeah, I got to get
my flu shot too.
Yeah. Ugh. Festival flu. No good.
Procedures.
Yeah.
So many. And if you've had a stool sample in the last week, also tell us about it. Tell us about it.
We want to know, mate. Don't send us a photo.
Please don't
send us a drawing.
I'd go drawing.
All right, I'm going to go down the road and try and find a sweetie so I can keep working because this is a living nightmare. Thanks, Jen.
All right. See you, mate.
Bye.